Thank you, Mr. Mercer. I now recognize Mr. Sablon for 5 minutes of questioning. Mr. Sablon.
Yeah, thank you very much, Madam Chair, for holding today's hearing. My questions are directed at Dr. Lieberman. Dr. Lieberman, the department's 2021 budget states that VA will utilize Veterans Care Agreements, VCAs, for providers that are located in Region 6, which includes my district, the Northern Mariana Islands, Guam, and American Samoa. And that is because there was not enough interest to move forward with the CCN procurement process. So VA will utilize the Region 4 contract, which includes Honolulu, when veterans need care in Honolulu or on the mainland. In the interim, TriWest continues to schedule appointments for veterans in Region 6 with community providers under the PC3 program. So what is the status of VA's efforts to enter into VCAs with Northern Marianas providers?
I will defer to Dr. Upton, who can provide the latest information on this.
Sure, and I would just want to reemphasize that the veterans across the country and in the Pacific Islands are critically important to us. And the way that we're approaching that now is we know that there are...
I hear that every time, sir.
No, and thank you, and I will...
I hear that every time from VA, but not from my veterans. Thank you.
Well, please, I'm happy to be of assistance. To let you know specifically, we have extended the PC3 contract in your area, so those providers and that scheduling support will remain. When veterans from your region go to the Hawaii Islands, they'll have Region 4 to support them, as well as the Hawaii Medical Center. We are going to make sure that we're using all options available to keep them supported. VCAs are just one piece of that, and so I'm happy to keep you updated as this moves forward. And please know it is a priority for us, and I'm happy to keep you in the loop as we move forward.
Well, thank you. And again, I hear that from VA all the time, so I hope that someone will eventually. So in the meantime, how many providers have been identified and have entered into such agreements in the Northern Marianas?
I'll have to take that one for the record, sir, and I'm happy to get back to you on that.
Okay, thank you. Dr. McIntyre's written testimony, a modification to the Region 4 contract will have TriWest assisting VA with scheduling appointments in certain areas. Is the VA considering obtaining the same assistance in managing the VCAs in Region 6?
Congressman, it's great to see you again. And you're there in your office that I was in the Marianas. Thanks for dialing in to this hearing. We're in the process of working closely with VA, as we have done since the start, and we will support them in any way that they deem fit to make sure the great patriots of your part of the world are properly served.
Thank you, Dr. McIntyre. The question was directed at Dr. Lieberman, but thank you for trying to respond. So under the PC3 program, Dr. Lieberman, in place of Region 6, TriWest again schedules community provider appointments for veterans. Under CCN, VA scheduled appointments, and as of July 29, 2020, discussions were ongoing on the process for veterans who travel to Honolulu or the mainland care. Has a decision on that process been reached, and if so, what is that process? And I'm really running out of time, so please, Dr. Lieberman.
Dr. Upton.
Sure. Thank you. I think I may need to follow up. I apologize. I just had some trouble following the question there. PC3 is scheduling in the islands, and Hawaii is working with Region 4 to coordinate care for any veteran that comes to the mainland. Please, I'd be happy to meet with you and your staff and talk through all of those and make sure we're supported. I know you're meeting me for the first time, and I'm more than happy to help.
All right, that always happens. Actually, it's 1:30 in the morning where I am. I was hoping that some of you would provide more information than what you're telling me right now. And so I appreciate the offer to work, Dr. Upton, right? Because I hear that almost every hearing I'm given this, we'll work with your office, and then it drops off, maybe because I'm at that part of the world where so far the that if you move a little bit to the right, you drop off from the world. But listen, there are veterans out here who served their country honorably, and some of who even gave their all. And we appreciate, services to these veterans. They have earned it. It's not a privilege. They have earned it, and they shouldn't be treated any different than a veteran in one of the several states. But they are, to be very honest, they are. And just I'm trying to fix this, working with you and trying to fix it. But apparently, the eagerness on part of the VA is not there because for whatever reason. But thank you very much, Madam Chair. You back.
Thank you, Mr. Sablan, and thank you for joining us, given the fact that it's 1:30 in the morning, your time. You look spectacular for 1:30 in the morning, I will say. And I just want to say to VA to please follow up with Mr. Sablan. He works very, very hard to represent the veterans in his area, and I feel his frustration. We all had the opportunity to go there. These men and women who've served, as he said, have served honorably, and they deserve the services and attention from the VA. So please, please follow up.